the first casino level in Sonic history, which for some reason we're going to be like the main recurring trope in the series. But yeah, I hated it, and then the hate went from a grudging respect to a lot of its ideas that were just... they'd aged. That was kind of it. But I'm at the point now where, no, I actually quite enjoy Sonic Adventure. I think it's quite a lot of fun. Adventure 2, ugh. But you know, that's for a later date. I want to get crushed. Oh wow, I forgot about those. Save states for the Mega Drive collection that we're playing this on. If you move the right analog stick, holding it up lets you load the last save state, holding it down lets you save the current state. Not going to be making any use of that. The main reason we're playing it like this is really because this is the cleanest way I have of playing Sonic 2. Same as we didn't play the original release of Sonic 1. What? I don't know why that happened. Yeah, same as the original release of Sonic 1, I don't really... The Sega Ages version is just the cleanest way I have of playing it. I could have played it off this, but the Sega Ages version, I just expect to be a better version, better emulated, and it looks really good. Off we go. Yeah. Going up. Go up again. You know, that's the second time I've not actually seen that enemy. I've only seen his shield, and I assumed it was a bumper. That's deceptive design, Robotnik. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the big bunch, the collection, that's the word I was looking for, the collection of classic Sega stuff, especially Mega Drive stuff, in recent years has all been kind of not great. I mean, prior to this collection, there was the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection on PS3 and Xbox 360. Known in America as Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. And that wasn't great. It was playable, and, you know, you could play it on PS3 and 360, so, you know, that was a plus. I want to get that invincibility, no... Come on, come on! Oh, we're not getting it. And certainly one thing it has over this collection is that it had Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It had Sonic 3 and it had Sonic and Knuckles. It didn't have Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And their excuse for why it didn't was kind of pathetic. It was like, we spent the time that we could have spent making Sonic 3 and Knuckles playable, we instead spent making the arcade games playable that nobody cared about. And so you had Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles there, but you had no way to play them the proper way. And beyond that is like... spending time with emulation more than anything else makes it apparent that all you really need to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles on something like this, because let's be fair, this is emulation. You just need the ROM. It's like, oh yeah, no, we've got our Mega Drive emulator here, let's just throw a ROM in there. So it was really disappointing. Okay, come on, come on. No. Don't. Alright, we're making it. Awesome. Ugh. As for future Sonic games, though, I mean, we're playing this off the Mega Drive collection on Xbox One. But for future Sonic games, not going to be on this. Mostly because they aren't on this. All you get in this collection is Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and Sonic Spinball, which I might touch upon once. Okay, there we go. Come on. But no Sonic 3 on here. No Sonic CD on here. I'm not entirely sure how I'll be doing. Come on, get that ring. Oh. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing Sonic 3. Sonic CD, though, thankfully, there is a couple of options I have. I have the Sonic Gems collection on GameCube. But that's actually completely unnecessary because I also actually have Sonic CD on both PS3 and 360. And the 360 version is backwards compatible on Xbox One. And it's like the best way to play Sonic CD because it's been cleaned up, the video has been cleaned up, you get the option of the European/Japanese audio and the American audio. And you know, you don't have to worry about the issues with the Sega CD or any potential emulation issues with the Gems collection on GameCube, so that'll be the way to do Sonic CD. But Sonic 3, I have no idea. The Mega Collection, maybe? Who knows? Let's go save those animals. What's after this? Is Oil Ocean after this? Was Oil Ocean in the first game? When was Oil Ocean? Was Oil Ocean a real level? Did I just imagine that? What day is it? Who am I? Hilltop Zone? Alright, here we go. Ah! I was gonna take damage either way, though. It was a bad rap. Nothing I could do. I look forward to getting to a zone that I actually remembered existed in this game. Like Lava Reef. There we go. I don't know what it is with seesaws, but the Sonic series has had kind of a weird history with these appearing every now and then. And they've never really felt right. Possibly because of the way Sonic jumps. It's always a little weird to me when you have to have precision with Sonic's jumping. It just makes me kind of uncomfortable. Partly, it's because of the momentum. The momentum-based gameplay makes it trickier to really deal with. It's something you can deal with, but, you know, it requires a lot of practice to master the physics. This is a weird music track. I mean, the Sonic series is known for fantastic music pieces. This doesn't really feel like a Sonic track. This feels like a weird third-party platformer that you might find on the Mega Drive. It's kind of weird. Maybe this is why nobody ever mentions Hilltop Zone. You never hear about Hilltop Zone. Well, yeah, if you grew up in the 16-bit era, or if you spend time doing playing retro games and you've checked out a bunch of these third-party platformers of the time, then you know exactly what I mean when I say that. say that the music sounds like it's from something like that. 'Cause it really does. But I think Sonic 2 is where the development history of Sonic started to get kind of weird and fragmented. Because Sonic 2, the Sonic 2, I think, was developed by the American branch of Sega. And while this was going on, the Japanese branch of Sega was developing Sonic CD. And there was eventually a big split between the whole thing, and eventually Sega of Japan just ended up taking full control of the whole thing. Certainly by the time Sonic Adventure rolled around. It's kind of weird, especially if you compare Sonic 2 with Sonic CD. Because they're both good games, and a lot of people will tell you Sonic CD is the best 2D Sonic. Some people will tell you Sonic 2 is. They're both good games, but they both approach similar ideas differently. Like, expanding on the ideas and mechanics of Sonic 1, they approach them differently, and it's really interesting to get a look at. Oh, this ain't good. Well. Damn you, Robotnik. Get him, son. Get him, Tails. I was gonna say Sails then. You know, this hasn't been as worrying a boss fight. Oh, there it is. Hadn't been as worrying a boss fight as I'd expected. Yay. Good work, Tails. Mystic Cave. I remember Mystic Cave Zone. But it's a funky music track. So the border that we've got is part of the Mega Drive collection on Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC. There's several borders. There's a specific Sonic 2 border, I think, which I might apply in a minute. But this is my preferred border because it's not visually distracting. My problem with a lot of borders that you see for games that had a 4:3 aspect ratio when they're being played on modern systems, my problem with a lot of them is they're visually kind of distracting. And it's part of the reason why I don't put borders around my own Let's Plays when they're 4:3. Because I feel like a lot of the time the border itself is visually distracting from the game. But I like this border. I feel like it directs the eyes inward towards the game, and it works pretty well. There's no distinctive visual features of it. It's a grid aimed, slanted inward towards the game. And I like that. In fact, actually, let's come out of this and check out some of the options here. The border art. Circuit, jazz. Oh, the specific Sonic one's the checkerboard. No, I don't want to play like that. Like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, this felt kind of pointless. There is some interesting emulator options here, though. We're not doing any kind of pixel scaling. Although we could. Don't want to blur them together. EPX sounds good. Never been overly interested in scan lines. Don't want to stretch it. The mirror mode is an interesting idea because it flips everything, but your controls are set to match the direction the game's going, which is really nice. Oh no, that looks awful. Look at the interface, the score and the time of the rings. That looks terrible. Let's just go back to what we were using. I'm sorry to have wasted everybody's time like that. Anyway, onwards. Ooh, going somewhere. I think Sonic 2 predates Sonic CD, which means Sonic 2 is the game that introduced evil robot Sonics. Which is an idea I do quite like. I like evil alternate versions of characters. Though to be fair, Metal Sonic is so much cooler than Silver Sonic, who was introduced in this game. Not Silver, Silver Sonic. But Metal Sonic's been kind of weird throughout history anyway. Appearing in Sonic CD and then disappearing until Sonic Heroes. Unless you count some of the spin-offs, like I think he was playable in Sonic the Fighters. Which, if we ever do that game... Yeah, it's actually a weird thing. Sonic the Fighters is a backwards compatible 360 title. Because it was put out on PS3 and 360. And is available as a standalone digital release. And your question really becomes, why? Is Sonic... Oh. Is Sonic the Fighters really a game we want to remember? Give me some ring... Yeah. Is Sonic the Fighters really a game we want to remember? And it leaves us with the really sad case of Sonic the Fighters is backwards compatible on Xbox One. You know what isn't? Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Or Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. And in all honesty, I'd say Sonic 06 deserves to be playable on Xbox One more than Sonic the Fighters does. But, you know, that's just me with my Sonic 06 weirdness. Not that I think the game's good, I just think more people should be able to play it and experience just what Sonic 06 was. Ugh. It's one of those cases, like, you get movies that are really bad, and people watch bad movies and have a lot of entertainment with them. And Sonic 06, I think, is a similar idea of that. Oh, no. No. This is that one pit. You can have Super Sonic by this point, and you can fall in that pit, and since Super Sonic doesn't get hurt by spikes, you just have to wait to run out of rings. It's really irritating. What was I saying though? Yeah, I think Sonic 06 is just one of those ideas. It's a bad game that you should really experience for yourself. And the saddest thing about it is, it's a bad game with good... It's a bad game with good ideas. It could have been good. I mean, like, gameplay-wise, there was no saving that story. That story is garbage. But, you know, we'll get to Sonic 06 at some point. There's a reason I'm willing to play that and not Shadow. Well, I say not willing to play Shadow. There's a reason I'm outright saying, that, yeah, no, I'll do Sonic 06, but I'm kind of over Shadow. This is a feature of the emulator. If you hold the left trigger, you can rewind. If you hold the right trigger, you can fast forward. Not really sure why you'd want that. But I don't know, maybe it's for Phantasy Star grind. But I'm not falling down that pit again. That pit is bad design. And that's not just me being bitter, like, no, you ask anybody, that pit is bad design. It's designed to be just deep enough that you cannot get out of it no matter what you do. Specifically, like, Super Sonic can jump higher than Sonic. You can't get out of it with Super Sonic, it's designed to be deep enough for that. And it's a bad design. I make no apologies. Alright, let's go. Checkpoint, yay! Is this zone 2? Yes it is, we have a boss. I forget what the boss is of this level. Oh, it's the drill Robotnik. Damn it. Okay, watch out for those. There we go. Not a difficult boss. You know, that opening reminds me of something. I can't think what it is. The opening of the Mystic Cave thing reminds me of something. I cannot think what it is.